Shalom. Hello. Welcome to another chapter in my podcast where I teach Hebrew through songs, through music. And today we're going to touch a very interesting subject. We're not going to cover everything because there's so much in it. But those little articles in Hebrew, those little words, connecting words that sound the same a lot of the times. Well, these are very important words because when we create a sentence, right, when we converse, we want to know the grammar, the vocabulary, verbs, how to conjugate. But there are those little words that connects everything. And when we're missing and lacking those little words, then it's very hard to form complete sentences. Even if we know a lot of vocabulary and even if we know grammar and how to conjugate and verbs and stuff like that. But once we know enough vocabulary, a little bit of grammar, some verbs, a little bit of conjugation, then we need to add up these little articles, these little connecting words. I call them milot kishur v'yachas in Hebrew. And then we create a full sentence. These are the components. So we're going to touch three that sounds the same, and two of them are in a very, very beautiful song by Naomi Shemer, which is she was a very famous and important poet here in Israel. She wrote in Hebrew, and this is a very well-known, famous song of hers. So let's dive into it. So the three words that I'm going to teach you is al, sounds the same, but it's not the same, and el, al, and el. And we're going to learn it through a song called Al Kol Ele, about all of these. And first I'm going to teach you the words. So al with ein, the best way I can describe it in English is like saying on or about. So if I'm talking about something or someone, I will use al. אני מדברת על הקונצרט. I'm talking about the concert. Also, if I'm putting something upon or on something. So, המחברת על השולחן. The notebook is on the table. So, al in ein is kind of like saying in English about or on top of something. Al, the aleph, is don't. Now, it's not like saying lo. Lo is no, okay? But when I want to say don't do it, I would say al ta'aseh et ze. Or let's think of another example. Al תחשוב ש, don't think that, whatever, okay? So al is don't. Al in ein, on, about. Al in aleph, be'aleph is don't, okay? Don't do something. And el, which looks like al but sounds differently, a different vowel, is when we have direction to something. For example, אני מדברת אליכם. אליכם is two words, you. Okay, it's combined with the pronoun. כל הנחלים זורמים אל הים. So it means that all the rivers flow towards the sea. It's like a direction. Sometimes we can change el, or el בעברית, el to le. Right? I can say כל הנחלים זורמים אל הים, or כל הנחלים זורמים לים, because la is also direction. אני נוסעת לניו יורק. אני טסה לברזיל. Okay? This is also direction. So sometimes we can change them, use them both in the same way. Sometimes we can, because if I'm talking to you, which is a direction, I will not be able to say le. אני מדברת לך. No. I have to say אני מדברת אליך. Use the el plus the pronoun לך, אליך, אתה, and together it will be el and אתה, אליך. Or if you're talking to me, Are you talking to me? It looks like you're talking to me, right? There's this from the Taxi or something, Taxi Cab, the movie with Robert De Niro. I hope I'm not mistaking. But there's like, are you talking to me? So, אתה מדבר אל אני, but we don't say אל אני, we say אליי. Okay, so we have al in ein, on, about. Al in aleph, don't. El is direction towards something. And then we have just El is God also. El, when we say El is God. So now that we know those little articles, and as I always say, there's so much to learn in any language. The idea is not to learn tons of information. When I teach my students, I really keep everything snackable and chewable and whatever, a metaphor from food. But we really want, just like food, just like makeup, just like jewelry, we don't want to overload. When we overload, the brain is tired. It doesn't get anything. It's too much information. We're already overloaded with so much information. So the idea is not to learn 20, 30, 40 words right now. The idea is to learn 2, 3, 4, 5 words or 5 articles or 5 conjugations or, just little bits of things, but know them well and know how to use them in different contexts. And then once we know this, we can go on to the next one. Now, if we're not overloading ourselves, then the thing that we've just learned, for instance, if it's new, then you need a few days with it. True, it's not 100 words, but these are very important words that create a sentence. If I want to say, I talked about you, I won't say, אני דיברתי אתה. I talked to you? No. אני דיברתי עליך. על, just like elai, we have alai. Also, al, about or on, with the pronoun ani. But we don't say al ani, we say alai. Okay? And you can download PDF with all the forms of me, you, us, alai, alenu, alecha, alaich, with female and male, both for al and both for el. Towards, okay? So you can just download it if you want to and practice. And there are a few sentences where you can think where to put what, kind of a quiz or an exercise. So you are more than welcome to download it and work with it and learn it. And again, I say just learning those little things, but being with it for a day, 2, 3, 4 days, then you really comprehend the idea, you soak it in, you understand it, you retain it, you can use it and then go on to the next thing rather than learning a lot of things, but nothing sticks. So we learned a lot, but we can't use it. And that's a mistake that a lot of people do. So again, a little bit every time. So today we're going to talk about this. And again, if you're not sure what it means, go back to the beginning when I explained it. Now we're going to see it in the song. By the way, I didn't say it, but these chapters are a podcast. So I've started recording them on YouTube just one episode ago. This is the second episode that I'm recording on YouTube, but it's also on Spotify if you just want to listen. And if you are just listening on Spotify, then you can, I don't know if I can upload the Google Sheet or the PDF, but I will try. If not, then just join the YouTube channel as well. A lot of good things are happening here. So let's go to the song by Naomi Shemer. I don't remember everything, but I promise to sing one verse at the end. Wait, okay. So I'm just going to teach you the lyrics of the words of the song, and you're going to see what we've just learned, but also new vocabulary, as always. So it's called Al Kol Ele, about all of these, on all of these. I don't know how would you translate it into English, but we're going to talk about. Yeah, I think it's more like about. We're going to talk or sing. She's going to sing about all of these things. So it starts Al Hadvash ve'al ha'oketz, about the honey, the dvash, hadvash, dvash is honey, ve'al ha'oketz, and about the sting. Al hamar ve'hamatok, on the bitter and the sweet, matok. Al bitenu hatinoket, about or on, in this part, in this phrase, al bitenu hatinoket, on our little girl, our little baby. Tinoket is female baby. Shmor Eli hatov. So she's asking, guard, watch, my good Lord. We said El is also God, so Eli is my God, El Sheli. So see how she's using the Al and El and Eli, and really the song has everything almost. I think, I think almost all of the examples that we said, maybe except directions. She doesn't have that. So, al hadvash ve'al ha'oketz, al hamar ve'hamatok, al bitenu hatinoket, shmor Eli hatov. She's asking, guard the honey and the sting, the bitter and the sweet, and our little girl, our little baby. Al ha'esh ha'mevo'eret. Esh is fire, and mevo'eret is like lit up, burned. Al hamayim azakim, mayim water, and zakim are pure water. Al ha'ish hashav abayta, on the man who comes back home, min hamerchakim, from far. Al kol ele, on all of these. Al kol ele, on all of these. Shmor nali Eli hatov. Keep guard, watch, please. Na is like saying bevakasha. Shmor na li, save it to me. Eli hatov, my good Lord, my good God. Al hadvash ve'al ha'oketz, she said it again, on the honey and on the sting. Al hamar ve'hamatok, on the bitter and the sweet. Al na ta'akor natua, don't rip things that are planted. Yes? Al tishkach et hatikva, al tishkach, don't. She said it before, alna, please don't. Ta'akor natua, please don't tear something that is planted into the ground. Al tishkach, don't forget. Al tishkach et hatikva, the hope. Hashiveni ve'ashuva. Hashiveni, return me, ve'ashuva, I'll return. El haaretz hatova, to the good land. Well, she sings about Israel coming back home. The hope, tikva, is also the name of her anthem. She's asking, guard everything, the bitter, the sweet, the good and the bad, the man who's coming from a long distance, our baby girl, and don't forget the hope. Bring me back, and I will be coming back. I will return to the good land. She keeps on. Shmor Eli al ze habayit. Shmor is guard, watch. Shmor Eli, my God, al ze, on this, al ze habayit, home. So guard on this house, my God. So it doesn't work in English, but it works in Hebrew. We guard on something. Ani shomeret al. Okay, ani shomer al mishu. I watch over or I guard on something. Al hagan, on the garden. Al hachoma, choma, wall, on the wall. Miyagon, yagon is deep sorrow. Mi pachad peta. Pachad is fear and peta is surprise. From a surprised fear, suddenly. Umi milchama, and from war. Isn't it so relevant? She wrote it many years ago, but sadly, this song keeps on being relevant here in Israel. Shmor al hameat sheyesh li. Watch over, shmor al, right? It's like watch over. Shmor al hameat sheyesh li, the little that I have. Me'at is little. So she's asking, watch over the little that I have. Sheyesh li. Isn't it beautiful? Al ha'or ve'al hataf. Al ha'or, watch over the light, on the light. Ve'al hataf. Taf are little infants and young kids. Al hapri, pri is fruit. Al hapri shelo hivshil od. A pri shelo hivshil is not ready. The fruit is not ready yet. I'm not sure how to say it in English, but the fruit is not ready. It's still too young. Lehavshil is to be prepared. Also, we say it about people. Ani mavshila. I'm being more prepared, more ready, more mature, right? So we also say it about people and fruits. Al הפרי שלא הבשיל עוד ושנאסף. It's not ready. Watch over the fruit that is still not ready but was collected. Al kol ele. On all of these. Here is the on. We had watch over, we said about, but now it's the on. Al kol ele. Al kol ele. On all of these. Shmor na li. Guard it for me. Watch over it for me. Eli hatov. My good God. Al hadvash ve'al ha'oketz. We already said on the honey and on the sting. Al hamar ve'hamatok. On the bitter and the sweet. Al na ta'akor natua. Al tishkach et hatikva. She's saying it again. Hashiveni ve'ashuva el haaretz hatova. Last few lines. Merashresh ilan baruach. Ilan is a tree. So the tree is wishing, I know how to say, baruach, in the wind. Merachok nosher kochav. Kochav is a star. Nosher is falling, like leaves that are falling from a tree. Hem noshrim. So she says, a star is falling from afar. Merachok. Mishalot libi, my heart desires. Bachoshech, in the darkness. Nirshamot achshav, are written now. Ana, please. So we said we can say Ana, we can say Na, we can say bevakasha. When we speak, we usually just say bevakasha, but when we write, we use also Ana and Na. It's a bit more literal literature. So Ana, please, shmor li al kol ele. Please guard all of these, on all of these. Ve'al ahuvei nafshi. And on, upon, watch over my soul loved ones. Ahuvei nafshi, those who I love. Nafshi is my soul. Al hasheket, on the silence, the quiet. Al habechi, on the crying. Ve'al ze ashir, and on this song. And then al kol ele, shmor na li eli hatov. Al hadvash ve'al ha'oketz, al hamar ve'hamatok. אל נא תעקור נטוע, אל תשכח את התקווה. השיבני ואשובה אל הארץ הטובה. So I'm going to sing a little bit of it. And again, you can download the PDF. You'll have some exercises, all the forms of al, on, about, over, watch over, talk about, put it on something that is on something. Al with aleph, al tishkach, don't forget, al, don't, and el, 2 words, and also the translation of the lyrics. So download it, work with it, learn it. I hope you've learned something new. I'm gonna sing. If you like this video, if you like this channel, please, I would very much appreciate if you do write a comment or also share it, click the like button and subscribe to this channel so I will be able to get to more people and help them with their Hebrew and create this wonderful and unique community of Hebrew learners even bigger. So I would appreciate it very much. And now let's go to the song. Yalla. על הדבש ועל העוקץ, על המר והמתוק, על ביתנו התינוקת, שמור לי הטוב. על האש המבוערת, על המים הזכים, על האיש השב הביתה מן המרחקים. על כל אלה, על כל אלה, שמונה לי אלי הטוב, על הדבש ועל העוקץ, על המר והמתוק. אתה כה נטוע, אל תשכח את התקווה. השיבני ואשובה